So as I said, we're on the south side of Chicago. We're in the Brainerd neighborhood. I don't like giving out specific addresses anymore because we sometimes have people watching this, and I don't like to say I don't trust everyone, but some people might be scoping out the place and want to see what materials we have and where my alarm system's located and so forth. So I won't give out the exact address, but this house was purchased by one of my LLCs. This is For His Glory LLC 4. I have a number, about maybe 20 LLCs total. This one was purchased by an LLC. It was kind of an interesting situation. I had two LLCs that we were looking for properties, and we were giving offers on properties. And this was an online auction. So this was a foreclosure. This was an REO. It was a bank-owned property. So what we did is I had a couple LLCs. So we're making offers, and all of a sudden I got like 2 or 3 offers all accepted at the same time, which is a good problem. But the other LLC decided to sell it to this LLC that's doing the work. So they're doing the work on this one, but they took on 2 projects. The LLC really only had enough money to do 1 project at a time. We took on this one. We did take on a private money lender to get some of the project done, and you'll see where we're at right now. But the other property that this LLC was doing, we should close on that early next week. And then those funds we'll use to finish this project. So in this particular LLC, we just raised $200,000, and obviously we needed almost twice as much as that to do both projects. So that's the situation with this. Most of my deals are funded, and I won't get into that tonight, but the Renatus training program talk about what we call an equity partnership model. And I've trained on that extensively. If you go to one of my other trainings or go to my YouTube channel, you'll probably see some things on funding and the equity partnership model. So we raise the money that way, and the partners are going to get a % of the profit in this particular deal. So my other LLC actually bought it for $62,000, and we had to close on that since we made the offer. Sometimes you can switch out when you make an offer, even on an REO property. But with this particular one and this auction site, they did not allow us to switch from For His Glory LLC, I think it was 2 that bought it, 1 or 2, and switch it to 4. They allow us to do that. So we actually did have to close under that original LLC, and then they just basically deeded it over. Since I'm a managing member of both, it gives us a lot more flexibility. We just deeded it over for a profit. So the other company made maybe $5,000, $4,000 or $5,000, and this LLC got a great deal as well. So we've got $52,000 was the purchase price. As you see, the information I gave out. This one, the rehab budget's about $120,000, and materials are increasing. It seems like every day. So it could get a little bit higher than that, but we're at about $120,000. And the ARV, and I usually am conservative on the ARV because we're usually the top highest price, home a lot of times selling in an area. This one I've got the ARV in at $250,000. I think I can push that a little bit by the time it gets on the market if prices keep increasing and interest rates really stay low. I'm hoping that we'll even do better than that. Usually we don't have a lot of trouble. The other property that this LLC owns that we're closing on, it didn't even go on the market. I worked with the broker. He's a partner friend of mine, and he brought me a buyer before the project was finished, before it went on the market. And because we wanted to run it through his brokerage as far as getting the commission, we put it on the market and immediately put up contingent sale. So that hopefully we'll have the same kind of luck here and have the thing sold right away. If you do the numbers, the spread there is about $58,000, I think. But then, of course, you have holding costs, and you have to pay. We're going to list it on the MLS. I am a licensed broker. This might be the first one we actually do in my name and my brokerage. So that's a possibility. So all in all, this might be about a $30,000 profit. And the LLC, like I said, we did have to wait because we kind of bit off more than we could chew. We were going to do 2, and like all the major decisions with my LLCs, we put it to a vote. They voted to wait until the other one closed before we finished up this one. So, all right, let me take a walk through here. And again, the lighting will be good and bad. So we're in the living room. Right there is the front door. I'm going to kind of see where I'm at on the camera. So there's the front door. You walk in, and the closet, we've got all this framed out. So this is past, I think on my original notes, I said everything's been passed except for the rough-in framing, but actually everything's been passed on the rough-in except for the electrical. I have to get the electrical contractor. This is in the city of Chicago, so that takes a long time. You know, takes you about sometimes a month to get your plans. You can see our construction plans right here laid out. So to get your architectural plans and then get it submitted, then get your permits, and then get them out here to go through and have this thing inspected from all the different inspectors. Sorry, I know the camera's going to be jumpy here. Apologize for that. We'll try to get a little bit more steady here. So as you walk in, I'll do it kind of so you walk in. So you've got the hardwood floors. These are the original hardwood floors, and we will finish them. If you've seen my other projects, they'll turn out beautiful. We'll sand them. We'll do any filler that needs to be done. We'll stain them, and then they'll be varnished. So this will be beautiful. So when you walk in here, here's the living room. You've got the little hexagon type windows here. Those are all new windows. The windows have already been replaced. And then here is the dining area that I'm walking through. So this will be the dining area, right about where that bench is. It would be a dining room table. We've got can lights at the top. I really like can lights. It makes the ceilings look all the more higher, so you don't have a lot of things down low. Now, ordinarily, and what we've done here, you can see up above where the dining room table is going to be. That is the lighting for there, so there'll be a light fixture above that. Here's something that I always try to do with these older homes is I want to try to, and what I always say is my little niche here is to provide new homes in areas where there's not any new homes. There's no new homes in this neighborhood. This has been established for 100 years. However, this is going to be like a new home because everything's going to be new. Not only is it going to be new materials and finishes, but the design's going to be new. Look, we've done this open floor plan. So it's open all the way. When you come in all the way from the living room, I'll give you a good perspective here. You know, all the way from the front of the living room, you can see all the way to the back of the house. Believe me, it was not set up like that. We end up, taking out all the walls, completely gutted it, and reframed everything. So this is going to be a beautiful open staircase, kind of a focal point here in the house. Now, one thing, here was a little hiccup we had. As you can see, this is dormered out here, okay? In other words, the roof line that normally would be on an angle here is pushed up, and we've dormered this out. And that's pretty, I try to stay away from that. And I thought we could do this, but when the architect drew this up, he did not catch or realize the height of the ceiling. I'm going to walk up here a little bit, then I'm going to go down and continue. But as you're walking up the stairs, you're supposed to have 7-foot clearing right here. And without dormering it, we did not have the 7 foot. So after we already started the project, we had to then change the plan and dormer this out. And since I had to dormer that out, I went ahead and changed where the bathroom's going to be. So I put the bathroom on this side. Originally, it was going to be on the other side, but I thought, you know what? If I have to do a dormer on this side for the stairs, I want to just extend that dormer, and it'll give us a nice high bathroom there. So I'm going to continue back down on the first floor here. So right off of the living room, dining room area, this is one bedroom. So we've got a bedroom here. Then we have the bathroom. This is a common bathroom right here. And we'll just walk into that a little bit. You can see that we changed the window out. It was a full window. We went a higher window because there's going to be a shower there in the bathtub. And you do have the toilet there. It's all plumbed in. So people that are looking at this, this is a great time to look at a property because this is the mechanicals. This is what's really going to cost you money. This is where they can possibly make mistakes. So you can see all the copper, all of this plumbing has been approved. You know, me first being a rookie, I thought, oh, plumbing, it's all about the supply lines, right? It's all about the copper and everything. Well, yeah, they do look at that, but you know, the problems or the issues that you normally have and what the inspector really looks at is all this drain pipe, all this piping in here. And see how there's purple? That's glue. They actually want to see that. It's weird. In the city of Chicago, they actually make you use purple glue. If that was the same glue, but it was clear, they may not pass it. And the logic there, I guess, is that when you use purple, they know it's there. When you use clear, they're not sure if it's there or not. So it's a silly thing that they have to do. Here's another little, and plumbers, don't laugh at me if I'm saying this wrong, but I've heard the plumbers say, oh yeah, you know, an inspector, well, you got to run a 42 right there. Yeah, you can run your 42 right there. And what they're talking about is the venting. So this is the venting. This line that's going across there is 42 inches from the floor. They refer that as a 42. And that's how, like when you, let's say, run the water through the sink and you don't hear a gulp, 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 gulp like that, like you're, you know, trying to chug pop or a beer or something. That's because of the venting. If the venting's done properly, the air goes on top of that and flows, and you won't hear that gulping sound when the water is running down a drain. So that was a bedroom. This is going to be the kitchen area over here. So we'll have a nice big window. And this kitchen design, we've got it so that the sink, I always try to put the sink right, even when I redesign it, because that was how it was originally done too, is have the sink right in front centered right over the window. So when they're using the sink, they can look out the window. They're not claustrophobic. I've got to think about my design because I've changed this one a little bit here. I think we are going with the stove on this side, if I'm not mistaken. And then on this side over here, this wall is where we're probably going to do a full wall pantry, top to bottom, with a refrigerator there. Okay. Oh, by the way, here's just a little thing that I came up with. I don't like having a bathroom, like the door right here immediately, like right off the hallway, and boom, you're right into the bathroom. So you've got company, you've got your living room up here, and then right instantly the door is open or whatever, you can see into the bathroom. So I provided this little buffer zone, I'll call it. So I provided this little buffer hallway. So it's about 1.5 feet. And that way we'll put a linen closet on this side. Excuse, I know that this is kind of close up and it's hard to see, but there's a linen closet over here on this side. And that then the door to the bathroom is actually recessed in there about, about 1.5 feet. That's going to give a natural buffer. So you won't feel like, boom, you open the door and you're right, you know, with your company, you're right in the living room or dining room. So at the back here, I always want to try to take these older houses because they didn't have masters, and I want to do a really nice master. So over here, and the same thing, started the door to the master. In fact, I think probably the architect had it at one time right here off of the kitchen. I'll back off a little bit so you can get a little better feel. But right off the kitchen, they were going to have the master. And I said, no, let's create this little buffer. So it cost me a little space in the closet. But look at this little nook here, this little walkway. So you go in like this, and it's a natural privacy. Now we enter into the master bedroom with the hardwood floors. Of course, it'll be all finished. We had to rip some areas out. But now you've got the hardwood floors. So I'll kind of give a good perspective of the master bedroom here. So here's the master bedroom. And then there is the closet over there. You've got the closet for the master. And then you also have a closet over here. So you have a his and her closet for the master. And then they have their own bathroom. So they walk through here. And this is the master bath with sink. So you've got the dual sink vanity there. You've got the toilet. And there will be a shower over here. So I don't necessarily put a bathtub and shower in every bathroom. But what I do is I try to make sure every floor has a bathtub on it, or on that floor. So the other one will have a bathtub and shower, and this will be a walk-in shower. So that way, if they want a bathtub, they can. But I don't always put like 2 bathtubs on the same floor. I want to make sure I have at least one. And that, you know, that seems to have worked out pretty well. And then over here, we have the door to the outside. I may or may not go outside, but that's a little mud room there that we're going to fix up. And then let's go back. We'll go upstairs. Well, you know what? I'm going to go downstairs just because I know the light is, it's a little darker down there, and I want as much light as we can get. So I'm trying to manipulate the camera and everything as I walk downstairs. So this is a good time, again, to see this project. You can see, look at the concrete all dug up, okay? That's because we had to change all the plumbing. So we put a bathroom, so there'll be a bathroom, common bathroom right here. Next to that is the furnace room. And then, you know what, I have a light. I don't know if this will work. I'm gonna try something. So bear with me here a second. I'm going to see if I can do this. I have a flashlight, and let's see if I can manipulate this where I have the flashlight in my hand and I have the camera. Bear with me here. This is Steven Spielberg stuff right now going on, okay? If you only could see me juggling all of this. Okay, there, now we got a little bit of light on the subject here. Okay, so here is, you've got the concrete all dug out. So we had to dig that out in order to put in all that plumbing into the bathroom down here. I always want to put a bathroom in the basement. See, we do what's called forced depreciation. I don't buy houses and then just pray that the price is going to increase. I want to force the appreciation by finishing a basement that wasn't finished before, by adding a bathroom in the basement where there wasn't one before. And that adding square footage, usable square footage, it's very important. Okay, so again, you see all the rough-in plumbing, everything has been passed, got a nice new window there. And this is nice, you know, this is almost like garden level. You can see how the window is. You're nice, you don't feel like you're, you know, and the ground level. You really kind of feel like a garden level. So this is one of the the bathroom down here. We will put ceramic tile. So this will be a nice family room with ceramic tile. And now here's a little clue. And this is something I had to learn. It's very important when you come in. You want to check and measure the water supply line. I know that may sound silly, but it's big. It really means a lot. If you have to replace the water supply line out to the street or to the supply, it could be 15,000 plus. So if you're going to add bathrooms with this size of house, it's going to have 4 full bathrooms. You're going to want it. You're going to need to have an inch, at least an inch water supply line, or else they're going to ask you to change it out. So I always check the water supply line when I'm evaluating a house right from the start. So here you've got the beams in here. We put the ventilation whenever possible. You want to run it between, see the floor joists so it doesn't hang down. Also, whether it's me looking at a property or sometimes I have people out there looking at properties for me. Oh, I looked at this property. It's really great. It's in the Brainerd neighborhood. One of the first things I'm going to ask them is how high is the ceiling in the basement? And people asked me just on our call last night, have you ever had to dig down? Do you ever dig down into the basement to do that? Which obviously we do for plumbing, but I don't want to dig down to give us the ceiling height. And we don't have to here. I don't know if you can see this, but it's more than 7 foot high. These are nice, nice high ceilings. You don't always see them like this in houses, but this is extraordinary. And if it was only, you know, let's say a foot, if it was a 6 foot high ceiling, I might not even bought the house, or I would have had to add in maybe 10, 15 more thousand to dig out the basement if I was going to buy the house. So this is one of the things I look at right away in evaluating the house. We try to put the ductwork right here next to this beam, because the beam, you're going to lose a little bit of ceiling height anyway. And so this beam is going to run in here. We try to hide that as much as possible. Some people put it on the outside wall. The problem with it being on the outside wall, though, is that it's not as efficient. It travels further. If the ductwork is all in the middle of the house and then the ducts just need to go to the right and to the left, that's going to be more efficient because it's not going to be as far from the furnace. Okay, we'll continue on here. So down through here, we have the furnace room, which backs up to the laundry room. There'll be a drain over there where it's dug out. So it makes it convenient that we've already got the drain dug out for where the kitchen or the bathroom's going to be. And then walk down here. This is a laundry room. So we'll have an enclosed laundry room. You can see the gas pipe. Whoops, over there already. Got the gas pipe. We got the water supply line. That's a door to the outside. Got a nice window there. When they're doing the laundry, they'll be able to look out. Won't be claustrophobic. You've got, this is kind of a mud room slash laundry room. And then down here, we've got another. Now people ask, is this a bedroom? Is it not a bedroom? Well, there's a couple issues. One, at least some villages, they don't like you to have a fuse box, quote, in a bed, the service box in the bedroom. So that's one issue with making a bedroom. But the other thing is the windows. Now, I probably could make that a legal egress window because it's too far off of the floor and it looks like it might be large enough. But I'm just advertising this as a den. I don't want it to be evaluated. In fact, there's the window right there that's probably going in there. So we will have to put sliders in there just for the ventilation. So that's something that I learned was I thought, well, you only have to have these egress type windows if this is going to be a bedroom. Well, that is true as far as egress, but you need to have ventilation. There has to be so many square foot of ventilation per square foot of living finished space. So you can see this has a vent in this window that's there, but that's not going to be enough for this room. So it has to have certain amount of natural ventilation per the square footage. And then you can see here, if they do use this for a bedroom, that will be on them. But we have a nice big closet here. This is a huge closet that they'll be able to use if they do decide to use this for a bedroom, or it's just a kid's room and this could be storage for all the toys. See a little alarm over there, a little secret alarm hidden there. So don't try breaking in because we got alarm systems all over these babies. What's really nice about the alarm systems is that I give each one of the contractors their own code. So I know when a contractor is going in. When my plumber's there, I know the plumber's there. When the electrician's there, I know when the electrician's there. So it serves a dual purpose. It does obviously deter the crime, but in addition to that, it actually helps me monitor the contractor and the activity of the contractors. So that's really, really helpful. When I put a stairway and try to put a stairway in where there wasn't a stairway before, so that's what we're talking about. Let's do without the light. I think we can do it without the light. There you go. Okay, so this stairway was not located there. In order to put that stairway in between the dining room and the kitchen, I had to cover up a window. Look, there's 3 windows here. 1, 2, and 3. There's 3 windows here, but you can see one of them's blocked off, okay? We covered that window. And here's how I do this. I've done this on a couple of houses on these bungalows. I'll put in a window from the outside. I'll then drywall it on the inside and it'll be painted white on the outside of that drywall. So from the outside, I don't have to change out the brick. I don't have to do masonry work. When you're walking on the outside, it looks like 3 windows and one of them just looks like a shade. A curtain is always drawn. It's always white. It's always a shade. I always say this, that somebody will probably buy this house and they will probably go maybe a year, 2 years. And then one day someone's going to say, hey, our side windows, don't we have 3 windows or do we have 2 windows over there? And they'll put 2 and 2 together and realize one of them's covered up. But it gives us that space. And with 2 windows in this dining room, there's plenty of window space. I've done it a couple of times in these bungalows. And to me, you got to evaluate. Obviously, you like to keep the windows as much as possible. But in order to have this open concept and this beautiful staircase, it was worth it to me. Okay. Yeah, will I do a finished walkthrough? Yes, I will. I'll do one for sure when it's done. And I'll also record that. I'll have that up on my YouTube channel. So yeah, thanks. I appreciate that question, Daniel. Do you have an exit door in the basement? I don't know if you saw that, but yes, off of the laundry room, there's an exit door in the basement. Smart alarm system. Yeah, the alarm system that I've been using is Simply Safe. And I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Simply Safe, but what I like about it, it's all portable. I just plug it in. There's no wires because then I can take it from one project to the next project. And it's just really simple and really easy to use. Okay. Yeah, ARV 250. You see that from Reggie. Yeah, I really think I'm going to sell it at that. When I first looked at it, it was a little bit lower than that. But the way that prices have been going up and homes have been selling fast, I really very comfortable with that. This has been a great area. We haven't had any problems in this area at all. Okay, so this is an attic. Okay, so these bungalows have these attics in them. And I actually love these projects to, test your creativity on these projects. So this was already dormered out. So that front, see how those windows are? That's pushed out. That's called a dormer. And then in the back, there's also a dormer there where the roof line, you can see where that roof line normally would be. So I think you'll see it a little bit better there. Okay, so you see that, how that was the roof line, right? And then what they did is they bounced that out, and then they put these windows in, and that was the design of the house originally. So if you look at this roof line, angled, all of a sudden, boom, we bounced it out. And this is, again, what I talked about before. This is the dormer that needed to be added. You can see the old and the new. If I go up here at the top, you can see the old and the new coming together as far as the wood goes. So this being dormered out here gives us this nice ceiling height now for this bathroom. I'm going to walk into the bathroom now. And this bathroom will be a great, it does not feel like you're in an attic. It will feel real nice, these high ceilings. So where I'm standing when I first enter, the ceiling here at the entry point is probably about 7.5 feet and about 7 feet there by the window. And then this is the shower and bathtub. So we've got that all set up, all plumbed in for the shower and bathtub there. We've got over here a built-in linen closet. And of course, we've got the toilet there. And we have the sink all set up. Now up here in this hallway, so this one is, I got to think about this. This is the closet. This is the big hallway closet. So this will all be drywall to be a hallway closet. I should probably start going to this bedroom, going into this bedroom on the end here. And it'll have a little pitch to it, but it still will be decent sized bedroom, functional. I would say the functional areas where it's at least a 7-foot ceiling is, maybe like a 10 by 12, something like that. Nice big closet here. So this is the closet for that bedroom. Okay. And then walking down, of course, we have bathroom and we have the hallway closet. Then this room right here is going to be the furnace room. So this will be a dual system. We have 2 AC units and 2 furnaces, which, it'll be a pretty good size house. I'm trying to think the square footage. It's not quite as big as the last bungalow I did, which was about 3,000 square feet. This one's probably going to be around 2,700 maybe on all 3 levels. So having 2 furnaces, 2 AC is very important, especially look how close we are. I mean, this is the roof. This is the roof line. That can get very, very hot. It's actually hot right now, and it's kind of a cool evening, but it's still hot because you're so close to that roof line all day. So that's why you'll have a furnace that runs the upstairs up here with 1 furnace and AC, and a separate unit will run the downstairs in the basement. So here we have another closet for the second bedroom up here. So we have 2 bedrooms on the main floor and then 2 bedrooms up here. This is another bedroom. So you've got this, and this will actually look pretty cool once it's all done and drywalled. We've got the 4 bedrooms plus 1, and we'll have 4 baths, 4 full bathrooms. 1 on the upstairs, the attic / second floor. 2 on the main floor, a common bathroom, and you'll have the master bathroom. And this would be great because you only have 1 other bedroom on here. So basically that 1 bedroom's got that common bathroom to use on their own. So you almost have 2 people using their own. And then if they decide to put a bedroom, they'll have a bathroom just for the bedroom downstairs. So I think this will go pretty quick. This will be really nice when it's done. Here on the outside, we had to do a little patch with the sidewalk. So I've got a guy now, a handyman that does a lot of this stuff. So he did a little concrete work just to get us going. And if you ever saw this house earlier, it was a huge bush right there. House, there was a bush that went covered those windows. That's how it was. It went all the way, and you couldn't even. It blocked the entrance there to the sidewalk. It was so bad. See this bush right here? It was nothing compared to that. That bush is small compared to that. So we got to cut that bush down right there. We might even eliminate it altogether. We've done this work here on this concrete. He's really did a good job. One thing with these houses, a lot of times you'll see the concrete, you'll see how it starts to sag towards the house, and it'll run towards the house, and that will be written up on an inspection report every single time when the third-party inspector does it. So he did a really nice job. It was slanted probably 2 to 3 inches towards the house, and now it's slanted about an inch away from the house, which is outstanding. Let me get a little kind of view on this house from the outside here, and you can see, I'm going to back up just a little bit more, and you can see the dormer part, the area. So I'm getting, you can see there, hopefully right there, yeah, you see the white? That's where it was dormered. So that is on the inside. On this side of the chimney is the stairs. On the other side of the chimney is the bathroom. So, and you can see our nice permits in the window there. Give a nice little look to this. I'll go ahead and just walk, quickly towards the back. You can see all our junk built up. But he's doing a lot of work, and he's even done some tuck pointing. He's not an expert on it, but he's doing a pretty good job. And then we've got a little patchwork here. Here's also what he did. The garage, we're going to have to do a new garage roof. You can see our nice little garbage there. They're supposed to pick it up tomorrow. Here's very important. The porch, these steps, did all of this, finished this. The handrail. See that little guardrail right there? That guardrail is like never on these older homes. And FHA will ask for that every single time. They'll want a guardrail and a handrail because they're all about safety. And I look forward to seeing you on the next training. So until then, may God bless you and your family, and you guys stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.